Thank you. I'll get you. That's
Oh. Hello, everybody. Welcome to day 3 of Kwanzaa 2021. As you can see, I have a special guest with me. I will introduce them in a while. Many of you already on or coming on know exactly who this is. Yeah. Um, Looking forward to today. I have a short Kwanzaa story for you. I've told 2 stories so far. And I want to talk a little bit today about Kumba, even though that's not the principle of the day, but creativity in doing your Kwanzaa. Uh, and so we'll talk about that and share some different ways to do Kwanzaa if you don't maybe have the materials that you think you should have, ways to show you that using your creativity you can make it happen. So welcome again to day 3 of Kwanzaa. Day 3 of Kwanzaa Live. Yes. Live at 5. Thank you to all of you who've been on and have been sending me comments and messages. I really appreciate it. There's my friend and sister, April Jackson, is on already. Good to see you again. Uh, Pastor says to tell you hello and you and your family. Tell Freddie we said hey. Oh. So we are here again, live at 5 for some conversations around Kwanzaa, a little teaching and fun around Kwanzaa. What have you been doing for Kwanzaa? Tell me in the chat. April sent me a picture of her lovely Kwanzaa table. Very nicely done. And I've been adding, as the week has gone on, adding things to my table. And you can do that too. I started off with a picture of my sainted parents. I have since added another photograph, and it's actually from my wedding. So I'm bending the rules a little bit because technically your Kwanzaa table has pictures of your ancestors, people who have passed on, to pay homage to them, to honor them. And so the picture that I have has 4, right? 4 individuals in it that have passed on. It was kind of interesting that we noticed that in that picture there were 4 folks who are now ancestors in that picture. And so I have it on the table, but there are people in that picture that are still alive, so technically that shouldn't be what's on the table, but I'm fudging it a little bit just because I wanted to add them.
I will say, those who are featured in the photo are those who have passed on.
That's true.
The others are more in the background.
In the background. Thank you. So see, it works. So I think this is a good opportunity to introduce who I have standing next to me. This is my last born, Wachuku Oputa, and she's joining me.
Hello.
Yeah. It's been really fun for me to watch her establish some of her own traditions around Kwanzaa, especially because she has a very diverse group of friends.
Mm-hmm.
A very diverse group of friends.
Mm-hmm.
And they share their cultural traditions,
mm-hmm.
right? And I, I am fortunate to have the same in my life, right? Like I really do need to reach out to my Latino and Latina friends and say, yo, where's my tamales? Because they know how I am. So we're going to share some things that she has done over the years in terms of Kwanzaa. But I would like to start with the principle of the day. The principle of today. So, as I have done over the past 2 days, I will give the greeting, and you all can write in the chat the proper response. So, let's say it together.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Habari Gani! Yes. Habari Gani. What's the news? What's happening? What's going on? What you know good? And what's the response today? What's the response today? I can't quite read what April is saying, but I think she's saying, oh my goodness, she can't believe Wachuku is a grown woman. I know. What's the response for today? Maybe you can read that better than I do. Hi, Jamila.
Let's see. I see Ujima.
Yes, Ujima. Ujima. Yes. Who put that in there? I don't see it.
Oh, it's under where you can see.
Oh,
and
okay.
It was April.
Hi, April. Yes. Yes. Collective work and responsibility. Ujima. I love talking to children about that principle. We have a responsibility for each other and to each other. And when I talk to children about that principle, one of the things I talk to them about is that when you see your friend straying off the path of what you know their values are, their family values, you see them about to get into drugs or other things that are harmful to them, put aside that concept that's in many of our neighborhoods about being a snitch, right? It's important when you see your friend about to do something that's harmful that you let a responsible adult know. Operative word there, responsible adult. And it's, you know, I know through the years my daughters have shared with me things that were going on with their friends. And I've talked to the parents. And there are things that I've had to do. And I would rather risk a friendship and save a life. We've had some situations like that, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Where you had to risk a friendship to save a life. You know. Ujima, collective work and responsibility. Working together in our communities, being responsible for each other, being responsible for our communities. Yeah. And so we are going to begin by lighting the candles. Those who were with me yesterday know why I'm laughing. If it weren't for April, I would have signed off without lighting the candles. So we're going to light our candles, and my daughter here, for those of you who've just joined me, this is my last born, Wachuku, Waukukwe, Oputa. Did I say that right, Pastor? She's going to light the candle. She's going to first light the unity candle, which is the candle in the middle. It's the black candle. And of course, as we do Kwanzaa, those colors are representative and are important. The black is for the people. The green is for the land. And the red is for the struggle and for the blood that has been shed in the struggle. So, yeah. And so that's our unity candle. And then next she'll light the red one, which we lit yesterday also, for Kuji Chagulia. And then she'll light the green candle for Ujima. People often ask me, so do you leave the candles burning all day and all night? And that is, of course, similar to the Jewish tradition with the
menorah.
Thank you, with the menorah. But no, you do not. You blow them out at the end of your particular ceremony or event. So you don't leave them burning. Just know that. So I want to share with you, well, I had hoped to actually have my tapered candle and show you how traditionally with Kwanzaa, you light your unity candle, and if it's a tapered candle, then you use that candle to light the other candles. Had a little to do, so wasn't able to do that today. Hopefully things will go well and I can do that for you later in the week. But I want to show you the variety of ways that you can have your Kanara, even if you don't have a store-bought Kanara. But if you go online, you'll see many African shops. Go to Dr. Karenga, who is the founder of Kwanzaa. Go to his official website. There is, you can buy a Kwanzaa set through him. So know that that's there if you're looking for a traditional Kwanzaa set, like the one actually I have. If you look way there in the back corner, that's a set I bought many years ago. So that's a Kanara and a matching cup. And actually this mat here came with that set. And I actually had another mat that I wanted to show them, but I'm not sure where I put it. And this is another cup that I got from another set. I was kind of chuckling thinking about this cup and how I don't have the Kanara that went with it. I loaned it to someone and didn't get it back. But to their credit, they couldn't find it. But to their credit, they purchased me a new set. So that's the set they purchased. And then if you look in the back here, if you can you have one of those candles?
Yeah.
These are actually, the candles that they're battery operated. These are really good to use when you're doing Kwanzaa with children, so you don't have to use fire. And this is green, and this actually belonged to my beloved friend, Dr. Paulette Fleming. This for hers. And she couldn't find a black one, and being the creative person that she is, she took a green one and painted it black. So those are the kinds of things that you can do. She took a green one and just painted it black. Now the Kanara that these are seated on were actually made in our Saturday Cultural School. My bestie, Della Armstrong Garrett, worked with the children and got someone to cut the pieces for us, and then the children put them all together and glued them together. And so they actually made Kanaras in our Saturday Cultural School. That was many years ago. And you're going to get an opportunity to see another Kanara that was made in our Saturday Cultural School. And let's see, what else? I think those are the things I wanted to show you. And Wachuku, you have things.
Yeah.
In terms of how you've done your Kwanzaa.
Mm-hmm. So a while ago, I was living in an apartment with some of my best friends, and we had people who celebrated Christmas, people who celebrated Hanukkah, and people me who celebrated Kwanzaa. And so we kind of did like a little bit of talk about our different celebrations and like what they are type thing. And so I wanted to have my own, version of my Kwanzaa table, but I didn't, I was working on a budget. So with some spray paint and a trip to the 99-cent store, I made my Kwanzaa set.
Yes, the 99-cent store.
And I think I got one thing off Amazon. But before I do that, I'll show you first. This is my first Kanara. I made it also in Saturday Cultural School when I was a kid, and you'll see it's similar to this one, except we kind of like painted each of them or like markered it. I can't tell what we used. I think it's marker.
I think they're markers.
Different colors, and then put them together so we can put little like candles on it.
Right. And on these you put like either votives or tea lights, right? And again, you can paint them the colors that they need to be, because this one didn't get the holes drilled in it.
And then, so let's see, what do we start with? I'll start with my candles. So I went to the 99-cent store and I found these glass jars, and they were clear and they had these little tops. They were for Christmas, but I took the tops off. I spray painted them red, green, and black. I handed this one too. And then I found some other flameless candles. This one, it's the light is dim on it right now, but put it inside, and that's how I did my candles. And then I did just a little board, which I no longer have, but a little board to put them on, and that was my Kinara. And it had it was similar to the one I just showed you, but with very thin planks, but stacked them on top of each other to make the different slots. And then again, from the 99-cent store, I got this glass cup, spray painted it brown, and I have my cup.
She's so smart.
And then the last thing I got from the 99-cent store was some felt, and I made my own handmade mat. And so I got some red, green, and black felt, wove it together myself, and that was my mat. And then I got some corn from the 99-cent store. No, from Amazon. From Amazon. Yeah.
So there's different ways that you can create your Kinara. I knew there was one other thing I wanted to show you. So my black Kinara that you've seen on the table the last 2 days, that's back there. I don't know how well you can see it. That was not designed as a Kinara. It was just a decorative candle holder. And again, my bestie, Della Garrett, saw it, and she had bought one for herself. And when she saw another one, she bought one for me, and she also bought one for our friend, our dearly departed friend, Dr. Paulette Fleming. And so we use it for Kwanzaa. And I've seen Paulette do really fancy things with hers. She takes kente cloth and wraps it through the wrought iron because of course she's an artist. For those of you who don't know, she was an artist, and so of course she's very creative in what she does. So just wanted to show you that there are different ways to make your Kinaras, to make your Kwanzaa happen. The ears of corn, yes, we traditionally use the dry corn. And here's the other thing. Around the fall, that's when you can find the corn and the candles. Sometimes it's very hard to find a black candle. But around October, right? It's a time to find black candles, if that's what you're looking for. I see my niece April is with us again today. And Boze, hey, good to see you. And it was nice. It's been nice seeing your beautiful child. Yes. Good to see you all. Thank you for joining us. Thank you. So those were some things I wanted to share with you about being creative. You're like, well, I don't have any of those things. Think, outside the proverbial box and create your own Kwanzaa and your own Kwanzaa table. And as I've been saying throughout the week, go to Dr. Karenga's official Kwanzaa website, and you'll get more information on what goes on the table and things like that. I have to do this. Yesterday I showed you my cup that someone made and gave me. I've got to show you this one. This, how lovely is that? This is the art of Vanessa Addison Williams. She is a professor at Fresno State and a local artist here in Fresno. So look her up. at www.vawcreative.com. She has beautiful work. Beautiful work. She has a piece I want to buy. So I hope she still has it. I want to show you that. I'll be using some of my special cups throughout the week. So I don't know about you all, but I so enjoyed yesterday's story. It was so beautiful. Sorry about that. It was so beautiful. The illustrations were beautiful. If you missed yesterday's story, on Instagram and Facebook, you should be able to see I posted a picture of the book and the author and illustrator's names. So you should be able to see that. And I'm sorry that everything is backwards. I haven't figured that out yet. But this is a short story we're going to do today. And as you can see, it's a children's book. How cute is she? It's called My First Kwanzaa. My First Kwanzaa. By Karen Katz. Hooray! Hooray! It's time to get ready for Kwanzaa. First, we get the kinara. It's made of shiny wood. I put in 7 candles, 3 red, 1 black, 3 green. We light a candle every night to celebrate a special idea. Read the next page. Sure.
Mommy brings the kikombe, the unity cup. For each child, we place 1 ear of corn, called muhindi, on a straw mat. My brother adds apples, yams, nuts, and squash. The fruits and vegetables, mazao, remind us of the end of the harvest and the beginning of the planting season. Just like in Africa.
Oh, I love that picture. Let me show them that picture a little bit more. How great is that? Thank you for the hearts. Hi, Mitzi. Hey, Phil and Reese Sky. Good to see you. I can only see so far, y'all. Umoja, unity. On the first day of Kwanzaa, neighbors come to visit. We ask, Habari gani? That means, what's the news? We laugh and talk and sing. We are friends and family. Cute illustrations. I'll let you turn the page.
Kujichagulia, self-determination. On the second day of Kwanzaa, I ask Mommy to braid my hair in a fancy African way. It makes me feel proud. Okay. Ujima, working together. On the third day of Kwanzaa, we plant flowers in the lot next door. We all work together to make our neighborhood pretty.
You know, one of the things I was thinking about as I was choosing the books to read is that I will be more intentional about, well, who wrote the book, right? Because I think it's interesting that for Ujima, they put working together as opposed to collective work and responsibility, which is the principle. And I don't think that's too much for our children to grasp as we explain it to them, right? Mm-hmm. So that's interesting to me. Ujima, helping our neighborhood grow. On the 4th day of Kwanzaa, we buy special food for our celebration. We like to shop in our neighborhood stores to keep our businesses strong. So again, the principle is actually cooperative economics. Cooperative economics, which is helping our neighborhood grow as part of that. But I think it's important to honor Dr. Karenga's language. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts?
I agree. Yeah. And I think you're definitely right in terms of, I'm sure that the rephrasing is because of the age level for which the book was written, and kids get it, and you can explain it.
Right.
And the words under it explain it.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, it's my turn. Nia, purpose. On the 5th day of Kwanzaa, I dream of what I can be. Someday I will be an African dancer like my Aunt Tasha.
Show them the picture.
Yeah. Kuumba, creativity. On the 6th day of Kwanzaa, my cousin and I paint a clay pot and weave some baskets. We will make our house beautiful.
Imani, faith. On the 7th day of Kwanzaa, we light the last candle to show our faith in ourselves, our family, our future, and our past. What I am really appreciative of, and I was thinking about this as I was putting some books on the Kwanzaa table today, is that the images show mother, father, child. I have noticed that in some Kwanzaa images that the father is often missing. And I think that's problematic. And so be very mindful. Be very mindful of that. Grandma gives us zawadi, gifts for promises we have kept all year. A handmade doll for me and an African shaker gourd for my brother. For those of you who may just be joining me, my special guest is my youngest daughter, Wachuka.
At last, it is time for the feast. We call it Karamu. Friends come over and everyone cooks delicious African food. The house smells so good, spicy chicken and sweet yams. We all take a sip from the unity cup and share our wonderful meal. Then we sing, dance, play music, and celebrate. Happy Kwanzaa!
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm going to share something with our viewers. There is those of you who are particularly working with children, I found a couple of really nice Kwanzaa songs. I'm going to put some tomorrow, the links. But on YouTube, there's one that's really nice. I used it this past Saturday Cultural School term because I was teaching on the principles of Kwanzaa. You know, it's really nice. It's animated with children in African attire, and the song is Kwanzaa, Kwanzaa, celebration. And so if you're looking for another way to enhance your Kwanzaa celebration, look up some of the Kwanzaa songs. But I will put a link particularly to that one because the children, I loved watching them. We're on Zoom because of the pandemic. And, you know, to see them every time singing the songs because the lyrics are there and dancing to it, standing up and dancing. Right, Jamila? Jamila Wangu is one of our teachers and leaders of our Saturday Cultural School. So that's another element to add. If you're doing a public Kwanzaa, if at all possible, have African dancers, African drummers. Those are really important aspects to have, particularly at our public Kwanzaa celebrations. Yes.
Another piece in here that I want to make sure for anyone who was at the beginning of the book. It says for each child we place 1 ear of corn, and I want to make sure it's also clear that you actually place 1 additional corn for the generations to come. So 1 for each child and then 1 extra.
Thank you. And I think on the first day I talked about, for me, that extra is also for all of my daughter's sister friends, you know. And so in particular, those who know me know that I have a dear daughter sister friend, Eileen, Priscilla, Richardson, Norman. And so I think about them. I didn't birth them, but they're my daughter sister friends. And so they're represented in that extra ear of corn. What else about you and celebrating Kwanzaa over the years? Like, what motivated you, you know, as someone raised in a Christian household, to also adopt Kwanzaa?
I'd say, simply put, that one of my primary identities is being Black and having something that celebrates that, and the intricacies of that is important to me.
And how have your friends kind of reacted to Kwanzaa?
Well, the other day, it was the first day of Kwanzaa, and I was sitting next to my friend, and he turned to me and he went, "Habari gani?" And I was like, yeah, like, oh, okay, you, like, not only do you know, because another friend, like, had turned and was like, "Happy Kwanzaa," and I was like, not only do you know, but, like, you know, like, and he was like, "I don't know what the first day is," so, and I was like, that's okay.
That's okay.
And so we had a conversation about it, and yeah, it was fun.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's really good. That's really good. Yeah, so I know we've gone long the first 2 nights. I've always thought I was going to be like 15, 20 minutes, but, you know, it's like I'm in conversation with you all. It's like you're sitting here in my living room, and so I enjoy talking with you. I enjoy seeing your comments and what you have to say. But we're actually going to wrap it up for today. I'm so glad my daughter asked to join me today. It makes me very happy. And most of you know my beloved is always over there in the background. I'm going to pull him in one of these days. So we appreciate that. And then my other daughter, who is I out of feature, also helped us get everything set up today. She was amazing. And so I appreciate that collective work and responsibility. You see how I did that? So let's do our Harambes. You're there at home. I hope that you're literally doing it with me every day. Pastor, you can say it out loud. You don't have to be silent. So, are you ready to do the Harambes? Last night I lost count. So I think I did 7. So let's do our Harambes.
I'll give you the count.
Okay. He said he'll do the count. He'll help me out. All right. Arms up. Let's all pull together. 1, 2, 3. Harambe! 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 Thank you. So happy to see you all. I'll stay on for a few minutes if you want to put some questions in the chat and see if I can answer them. If not, we'll see you tomorrow at 5, live at 5 for Kwanzaa. Thank you for the hearts, everyone. Thank you. So nice to join you. Is that Lupe? Hey, Lupe. Hi, Gil. Welcome, everyone. So glad you all were here. I hope you're enjoying your time off. Those of you who are having it, I'm hoping you're resting, doing some self-care. It's been a tough 2 years, so take care of yourselves, right? And one another. Looking for me any questions in there?
No questions, just love and well-wishing. Ooh, someone asked, am I lighting right?
Oh. Not sure. Are they lighting right? See, we might be flipped. We might be flipped. The red candles should be on your right, and the
When you're facing.
If you're facing this way and the Kanara is in front of you, because that's traditionally how you light, the Kanara is in front of you, then the red is on the right and the green is on the left.
Mm-hmm. I'm backwards too. Yeah. I can't figure out what's right and what's
if you were behind that, the red would be on your right.
Got it.
Yes. Okay. And the way I've taught myself to remember it is red and right, they both start with an R. Yeah.
And so when you're looking at your table, which side should if you're
facing the table, then the red is on your left.
Okay. So facing the table, it's on your left, but you light from behind the table,
correct.
So it's on your right.
That's right. Right.
She said she has hers backwards. So good. Okay. Now we
Good
get
question.
to fix it.
I used to have to find the right book all the time because you'll even find books that have it wrong. Yeah.
Which again is why it's important to go to the official website.
I've also seen people do the candles, the black in the middle, and then they'll do red, green, red,
green, red, green.
And when you know, you go, ugh. Any other questions? Thank you, everyone. We'll be here tomorrow. So if you have a question, bring it with you tomorrow, and we'll try to make sure that we could see and answer your questions. And we'll be here every day, live at 5 for Kwanzaa. Thank you so much. I'll share more stories. Kwanzaa, Kwanzaa, celebration. Kwanzaa, Kwanzaa.